Hi, I hope you're well. This podcast is a place for people to share personal and professional perspectives, to talk openly and to ask questions. From serious to silly to sublime, it's all about communication and connections. Always coming from a place of kindness and curiosity, we talk about shared humanity, discuss ideas, and highlight people creating a better world. We've got to keep learning, keep growing, keep being. I'm Melissa Shear Beek, and this is Beek on Being. Today's episode is Beek on Being an Astrologer. Zodiac signs, rising and moon signs, elements, houses, and planets. Oh my. Do celestial bodies really have influence on our bodies and behaviors? That is the definition of astrology. Understanding astrology can help you understand why you experience life the way you do. In studio today, we have astrologer, lawyer, guardian ad litem at Miami-Dade County Children's Courthouse, Alene Goodis, to break it all down so astrology can become practical, useful information to benefit us and help us live our best and most productive lives. So I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for having me.
I am thrilled. I'm so excited, and I want my listeners to learn everything about astrology. So, but first, let's get into it and tell our listeners a little bit about you.
My name is Alene Goodis. I'm an attorney. I'm also a guardian ad litem. I work at the Miami-Dade County Children's Courthouse. I work with foster kids.
Wow.
I advocate for them. Abandoned, abused, and neglected children.
What does that look like? What does that entail?
They'll assign me a child,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll visit the child once a month or once every other month, and I will take notes and report back to the court. They have me in court when they have judicial reviews and permanency staffings. Advocate for the kids, whether they need tutoring, they might need therapy,
Mm-hmm.
they might need special needs services.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a load. That's a lot.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, you have to be passionate about it to do that. Is it hard to do that when you come home at the end of the day? Do you just sort of like you're exhausted and collapse, or?
Well, actually, I'm exhausted from the physicality of it, but I'm always invigorated. It gives me energy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for some reason, I mean, when I visit these homes, I always have more energy. I love to go into the homes. Not only do I love the kids, I love the foster caregivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love all the people. Dade County is a
that's
wonderful place for
wonderful.
this. Yes.
Oh, we're so lucky that we have you, and they're so lucky that they have you.
Thank you.
So I know that you're very passionate about that, but I also know that you're very passionate about astrology.
Yep.
How did you get into astrology?
20 years ago, a very good friend of mine recommended that I take structured classes because I always liked astrology. Even
Mm-hmm.
when I was in grade school,
Mm-hmm.
I would always ask people their signs and stuff like that. And then he told me, Scott Schickel, and
Okay.
he told me he recommended that I take structured classes. And I did. And I studied with Jeffrey Brock for 20 years, many years.
That was
And-
down here that you took these classes?
Yes.
So what kind of classes are they?
They were astrology classes.
Okay.
But he's since passed. And then I also studied with Scott Silverman and Myra Epstein in New York. Scott Silverman is in the Northeast now,
Uh-huh.
but when he was here, but these guys can do it by Zoom.
They could do it by Zoom. That's amazing. So how does someone become an astrologer? You take classes and then...
My path was that I took classes for many years,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't really want to do I wanted to do it, but I was very apprehensive. And then someone said, just go over, to one of the shops, do it. And I did. And I was terrified. And I love it. And it worked out. I just jumped into it. There's no easy way. You need to take the classes. If you take it with the right teachers, you're going to be well trained. And you go to the right shops, you'll be further well trained.
So initially you started just for your own basic learning and understanding and curiosity. And then
Right.
it became something that you were doing for others.
Right.
Oh, wow. And you've been practicing it for 20 years?
Well, I've been learning it for 20 years, and
Mhm.
I've been practicing it as a professional astrologer for almost 2 years.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So when you talk about being in astrology and practicing it, how do you prepare to read someone's chart? Like, what do you do before you read someone's chart to prepare yourself?
Okay, so what I do is I always get the date and the time and the place of birth.
Okay.
If they don't know their time of birth, I'll do the solar chart.
Okay.
And then I look at the chart. I look at the houses, the signs, and the planets.
Uh-huh.
And then I look at the aspects. I always look at the rising sign, and then I look at the chart ruler for the rising sign.
Okay.
And then I look at whatever pops out at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So there's a lot of terms you threw out. I understand them, but I want our listeners to understand them. So when you do a chart, it's called a birth chart or a natal chart.
Right.
And that is just where the planets are at the time and place that you were born,
Right.
right?
We take a snapshot of the planets in the sky. It freezes it. It never changes.
Okay. Got it. So when you talk about planets, which also includes the sun and the moon, we're talking, what do they represent for us?
Well, the sun, all the planets, or just the sun and the moon?
All, we could do it all.
Oh.
Well, you don't know, not individually the planets, but in the bigger picture, what do planets mean?
Oh, our energies.
Our energies. Okay, that's what I was getting at. So depending on where your planet was when you were born, it sort of tells you what kind of energy you have going out into the world and how you present to other people.
Right.
Okay, got it. And then, and then there's signs. You talked about signs. So we have the zodiac, which is a sun sign.
Right.
The moon.
Right.
And then the rising. So what are those? I mean, I know there's more, but those are like the three big ones, right?
Right. Correct.
Okay. So can you break down what the sun sign, the rising sign, and the moon sign are?
Yes.
Okay.
The sun sign is the self or the father.
Okay.
Well, not or, it's and.
Okay.
And it's your core self.
So
And-
that's like, I'm a Leo.
right. You're
Okay.
a Leo. You
That's
shine.
the zodiac sign.
That's right. You're a
Okay.
leader. That's right. You need to be the sun to shine on you if you're a Leo.
Okay.
Yes. You're very generous. You're magnanimous,
You're
bigger
so
than
cute.
life. And you need to be.
Yay, Leo.
You need to be the center of attention.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's a zodiac sign. That's the sign that you were born, depending on your date of birth on the calendar.
And that's right.
Okay. And then what is the moon sign?
The moon sign is our natural instincts, our emotions, the home and family, the mother, the public, our comfort zone.
Okay. So like how we are emotionally.
Right.
Okay. Got it. And then what's the sun sign? No, the sun is zodiac. What's the rising sign?
The rising sign is the ascendant, or the sign that was rising on the eastern horizon at the time we were born.
Okay.
And that's how we present to the outer world.
Okay.
That's how the outer world sees us. So in your chart,
So like our personality, like how they view us.
yes, how they view us.
Okay.
And like, can I give an example?
Yeah, you can read
yours
from my
is the
chart.
same. You actually have Leo rising and your sun in Leo. I mean, should I keep going?
As
29
long as
degrees.
It's good.
Okay, wow.
No, go ahead.
Wow.
No, you can. What does that mean?
You should be a movie star.
Oh, you're so funny. No, but what does that mean if
The
they're both
rising
the same?
sign. Well, if they're the same, if they're not the same, like I'm a Libra,
Uh-huh.
and my rising sign is Aries.
Okay.
Okay, and so people would see me. First impression is going to be Aries.
Okay.
Kind of aggressive, kind of a leader.
Okay.
Kind of take charge.
I like it.
Very creative. That's Aries. But I'm a Libra.
So that's how you are.
That's how I present to the world.
The Aries is how you present to the
Right.
world? Okay, but as a Libra, that's your core identity.
That's my core identity.
And so what are those traits that you have?
Libra's fair. Libra is balanced or always seeking balance.
Okay.
Libra rules the law.
Okay.
Libra-
Oh, well, that's perfect for what you do.
Yep.
Okay, so then so that's someone who has a different zodiac and a different rising. So
Right.
what if someone has the same?
That's like a double whammy.
That's me. I'm a
Right.
double whammy.
Right. And you
In
have
a good way or
in a
bad
good
way?
way, and you have it on Regulus as a fixed star, 29 degrees or 28 degrees of Leo. So we're talking not only a movie star, number one at the box office your whole life. You'll be remembered your whole life. I mean, there's no one
Is that
better.
good or bad? I don't know.
The best in the world.
Thank you.
Shines
so
brighter
funny.
than any other movie star.
Okay, well now I'm blushing. Thank you. Okay, so those are the signs. Then we talked about how you mentioned houses. There are
Houses.
12 houses. So what are houses?
Houses are the areas of life.
Okay.
Okay, so when you look in the sky and you see the ecliptic, we cut that ecliptic into 12 different slices of the pie, and those are the houses.
Okay.
And each
Give me
one-
some examples of houses.
Okay. Okay. The first.
You should go to my chart again.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
I love
okay.
your chart.
You do?
Yeah.
I love you for doing it for me. It's so fascinating.
You had a very unique chart.
I did?
Yes.
Why? What made it different?
Because you have what they call a stellium. You had the Sun, the Mercury, the Jupiter, the Venus, the Pluto, and the Uranus, all in Virgo up to Pluto in the first house. So you had 6 planets in Virgo, and you had 4 planets in Virgo, 5 planets in in Virgo and 4 planets in the first house. You have what they call a stellium, which is 3 or more planets in the same sign, which is a real heavy emphasis on that sign and house.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah.
was my house that was so
The
strong?
first house, which is the self anyway.
Okay. And what does that house mean? What?
That the first house is also linked to the rising sign, and it's how the outer world would see you, and that's your physicality, the people that show up in your environment.
Okay.
Yes, it's how, again, you present to the world, but all the physicality surrounding it.
Okay.
Your physical body, too.
Okay. Got it. So that's one of the houses. Is
One
your
of the houses.
physicality. Okay. And what are some of the other houses?
Well, there's 12 houses. Each one has a different meaning and a flavor, if you want to say it. Let's say the second house is finances,
Okay.
self-esteem, self-worth. The third house is communication, siblings, short trips, reading, writing.
So
Okay.
these are areas that you'd be strong in?
It depends on if you have planets there.
Okay.
If you have planets there, you'll be strong in that area.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you're not strong in other houses.
Right.
Because remember, there's 12 houses and
Right.
there's 10 planets. So by default, we're going to have 2 houses that are empty. In your case, we might have a lot because you have so many planets
Some
in
heavy
Virgo
in some other areas.
Yes.
Okay.
So we look at the sign on the cusp of the house, and the cusp is the dividing lines of all the houses.
Okay. All right. So wherever your planets are at the time of your birth, in those houses are where you tend to be strongest in those energies.
Strongest and more concentrated in your energies.
Okay.
We'll see those energies present to the world, come out, play out more in someone's life.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. I need to look at my first house again and see what all the energies that are in there to make sure it lines up. If I'm on target. Am I on target?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I say now or no?
Yeah, sure. Go
Well, you
ahead.
have so many planets in Virgo. It's like it's number 1 sign in writing, Gemini and Virgo. It's also medical. It's also by detail. It's also health conscious, little pets.
All of those things.
Great
writing,
writer.
medical, health, all those things hit me on the head. Exactly. You got me. Amazing. Wow. Okay. All right. So those are houses. We did signs. Now there's 4 elements, right? Because the chart is divided into 4 elements.
Right.
What are the elements and what is each of their significance and why are they important?
Well, there's 4 elements. It's fire signs, earth signs, water signs, and air signs.
Okay. What are the fire signs?
Okay, the fire signs would be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius.
Okay, so you and I are fire.
I'm a
Oh,
Libra.
you're Libra.
Yes.
You're a Libra. That's right. I
Yes.
thought because I remember you said Aries was
That's right.
one of your rising.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay. So fire is Leo.
Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius.
Okay, so Stephen and I are fire. Okay, go ahead.
Right.
And then what else? Fire and then
Water signs is Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces.
okay.
And then air signs would be Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini.
That's you.
Right. And then and what was the other
Earth.
one? Earth. So Earth is Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus.
Okay. So now what does it mean to say that you're a fire sign?
Well, to say that you're a fire sign means you have a lot of assertiveness, a lot of aggression. You're going to take the initiative. You're going to start the projects.
Okay, so like you're the leader.
You're the leader.
Got it. Okay, and then what's earth?
The earth signs are like usually once you put someone on the path, they're going to stay on the path. They're very
Okay.
grounded. They're very sensual. They're very earthy. They're a little materialistic, but someone's got to be, right?
So they sound more practical.
Very practical.
Okay, got it. And then what is air?
The air sign is more intellectual, not that the other people aren't geniuses, but they tend to think about things a lot. It depends on the chart. Maybe they need the fire sign to get started or the
Right.
earth sign to stay on. The air signs are more intellectual, think about things.
Okay. So
The water,
they're good communicators.
excellent, the best.
Okay. All right. And then the last one, yeah, water. What is that?
The water signs are very intuitive, very emotional,
Mhm.
kind of mercurial sometimes, depending.
Okay.
And they go by their gut instincts more than their mind or what they see.
So more empathic.
Yes.
Okay. I like that too. That's a good one too. They all sound great.
Yes.
All right. So why are they important? Like what's the significance of the elements? Does that dictate our personality? Does that dictate what we do in life professionally?
I would say that the elements give a clear picture of maybe where not only the strengths of the chart, but maybe where someone is lacking.
Oh, really?
Right, because if I look at a chart, like you're heavy on the earth,
Uh-huh.
and I mean, I would have to look at it, but and you might be well balanced,
Right.
but the first thing I look at, one of the things I look at is I look at to see if they have a balance of earth, fire, air, and water. Because if I see what's missing, then I can guide them to how to create things in their life that will get the job done or get them to where they need to be.
To be more balanced.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because
Go ahead. Keep going. I'm
oh,
fascinated.
well, someone might think about something all the time. They live in their head, but you need a fire sign to initiate the project. You might need an earth sign to come up with the funding or the budget, or you might need someone to stay on the path and ground it. And then with the water signs, you need someone to have compassion, have
Right.
empathy. Not that the other signs don't have it, but to get a sense of things. Because even though, you can see black and white, you can see practicality, you can see earthiness, those water signs get a gut feeling on things
Right.
a lot of times.
Yeah, I think I have a lot of water on my thing. But so when you talk about, like, let's say you're working on a project, is the balance within your life and the people that you are with, either with work or with family, or is it more of an internal balance in these signs that we need? Or is
Well,
it both?
it depends on the chart. Like the
Okay.
fourth house might be the home and family. The 11th house is community, groups of people, friends. Seventh house could be relationships.
Okay.
Sixth house could be everyday work.
So it depends on the person and what their chart says. It might be an internal balance that they need, or it might be more of an external balance with either family, friends, work, or work life. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Oh, this is so fascinating. I love it. Okay. So now we all have a basic understanding, I hope. How do we make sense of all of it? All of this information on my chart, and you look at it. How do you explain that to someone when you're explaining their chart? How do they make sense of all these things that we've just told them?
Okay. When I do a chart,
Mm-hmm.
what I look at is I look at the chart ruler. Okay.
What's a chart ruler?
Well, your chart ruler is the planet that represents the sign on the ascendant. Like your ascendant, your rising sign is Leo, so the chart ruler for you would be the sun,
Okay.
right? And then I look at the house that it's in,
Okay.
and that's your number one. That's your go-to. And then also I look at the nodes. I like to look at the nodes.
What are the nodes?
The nodes are the interception of the moon's nodes.
Okay.
And I like to look at the north node and the south node. And the north node is the path that we need to take in life. The south node is the path that we take from a past life, and they're very karmic.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, absolutely. If you don't look at anything in the chart but the north node, that's the name of the game.
The north node.
The north
where
node.
we need to go.
Where we need to go in life. And then yes.
And the south node is what we've carried from past lives.
Right. And I hate to use this term, but it's the tools in the toolbox that we use on our journey to go to the north node.
Right.
And the north node is very difficult for everybody.
Really?
And depending on if there's planets conjunct it, like you have Chiron conjunct your north node, I think.
What does that mean?
Chiron is from a past life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wound. It's a very deep wound. And the way around that is, do you want me to explain like in your chart?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you have Chiron in Aries.
So wait, let's start back with, you
The
said
nodes?
the sun was before we got into nodes, you said the sun is I forgot what you said the sun was. Oh gosh.
Your sun is your core self. Your sun is in Leo.
Okay, my sun is, but you said Leo, fire, sun, right?
Right.
Okay. So now that, and what house was I in?
The first house.
And the first house is
the self.
the self, meaning,
The double whammy of yourself.
what does that mean?
What movie star? Because it's also on Regulus, which is a fixed star. I love to look at the fixed stars in the asteroids.
Okay.
And you have it on fixed star Regulus, which is 5 times brighter than Leo to begin with. Okay, that's 29 degrees Leo.
So what does
you
it
have
mean,
a triple
self?
whammy
A triple
of
whammy.
Leo. Okay.
Meaning
You're going to
I'm
go around
what?
the world.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, you betcha.
Who's taking me? Let's go.
You're taking yourself, it
Taking
looks like.
myself. Yeah. Okay. So self meaning I'm working on myself. I'm growing self. I'm an independent self. When you say the house is the self, my first house is
The first house is usually the physical body.
okay.
And how you present to the world.
Okay. All right. So now we know all that information. And now you're talking about nodes. North node is where I need to go to.
Right.
And what does it say on my chart? Is my
Okay.
north node?
Your north node is in Aries in the 8th house.
Meaning?
So Aries is the leader.
Okay.
Aries is the military leader, one of the most creative signs. It's a fire sign.
Okay.
So again, you have all the
A lot of fire.
More fire.
More
Yeah.
fire.
So you're a leader.
Okay.
And so you need to go toward the Aries, which is also, I'm just going to say this.
Okay. Say it.
Okay. I'm just going to say it because the charts don't lie.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody might have a North Node in Libra and they have to work with another person. Okay. But you have North Node in Aries. You need to take the lead. It needs to be about you. You have to trust your gut feeling. You just have to take the lead. It's like a military leader leading the troops.
Okay.
And Aries is also about the self. So this is not a time to be negotiating with other people. With the Leo and the Aries, you need to absolutely take charge. There's no negotiation.
Right.
And you're going to lead those troops.
I like that.
And very creatively, I might add, because it's in Aries.
I am very creative, and I do go by my gut. Sometimes my kids or my husband are like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just feel that I have to do X, Y, and Z." And I'm going to say every time it benefits me. And anytime I haven't gone by my gut, I kick myself for not having gone with my gut. So that I think is very true. Okay. So then what is my South Node? Where did I come from? What am I bringing from the past?
Okay, so you're bringing from the past Libra energy, and it's in the second house. Second house,
So tell me what that means.
second house is money that we earn, finances.
Okay.
Libra is usually couples or partnerships, or usually one person, not usually groups of people.
Okay.
Okay.
So what does that mean what am I bringing from the past in that
You're
South Node?
bringing, also Libra can rule a marriage. It can rule
Okay.
partnerships, any kind of relationship. And the second house is money that we earn.
Okay.
And so you had to work very hard in a past life for the money that you earned. But if your North Node in this life is in the 8th house, the 8th house is other people's money, inheritances, money that's just given to us. Doesn't mean that we don't work hard. It's the IRS, it's taxes, it's sex, it's transformation. It's also the house of psychology. So the South Node is where we come from in a past life. It also is money that we work very hard for. Not to say that you're not supposed to be working hard for the money in the 8th house, but that money's just coming to you. It's karmic. It's just owed to you from a past life.
Wow.
And you have to really trust your gut with that North Node in Aries. Okay, it's non-negotiable. You have to take the lead. We all need to work with people. We all need to be team players. But when push, you can listen to people's opinion. I'm not going to tell you what. Well, yes, I am. So
Tell me, I love it.
You have to trust your gut instinct, and you have to. Everyone has to work with team players and everything. But with the North Node in Aries, you have to make the final decision. It's your way or the highway.
You got it. Yeah. I go by my gut. I do. I absolutely, and I lead that way. I am very good at listening to what people have to say, but then I only use what I think applies to what fits me personally. So, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Okay. So with all the information, does that dictate the course of our lives?
I wouldn't say it dictates it, even though I believe very strongly in astrology. But I would say it guides it.
Okay.
Because remember, every sign might have 10, 11 meanings.
Right.
And so you could utilize the energies on all the signs. We could pick one, but I wouldn't say it's
not predestined or
it's not predestined. And I also like to look at the higher vibration, the higher energies play out on these signs.
Which is what? What are the higher energies that are playing out?
Well, if someone has like Saturn in their chart or someone has Sagittarius in their chart, here's a good example. Should I give it?
Yes, give it. I want to know all these things.
Okay, I'm going to give the example.
Is it about me or is it just a general example?
It's a general example.
Okay, I like it. Go ahead.
Okay, so Sagittarius can rule teaching. It can rule the law. It can rule foreign travel. But I work with kids, okay? And I also work with kids at the Department of Juvenile Justice. Okay, so we already know. I know by definition that anybody that's a foster child, their legal involvement, okay, because that's Sagittarius or 9th house or the asteroid Themis.
Right.
So there's just no two ways around it.
Right.
Okay, and so I know it could be 10 million kids around the world. They all have 9th house, they all have Sagittarius, or they have Themis involvement.
Okay.
Okay, so we already know, because remember, Sagittarius can rule legal. It can rule publishing. It can rule foreign travel. It can rule teaching. But by definition, they were already sheltered by the state.
Okay.
Okay, so I already know.
That's law.
Right. And so I already know what I like to do with that energy, and I can't personally do it. But a good example is I would like to have people realize that you can utilize these energy, like Sagittarius is a lot. Let them become lawyers.
Okay.
They don't have to go the negative way. Not that negative way is prison, but the state is already involved.
Right.
So let's play out these energies at a higher level. Let them go to law school, paralegal, become a publisher. Let them become a teacher. Let them go worldwide. Let them be adventurous. Let them be creative. It doesn't necessarily have to be
The negative side
a
of it.
negative. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's always a silver lining.
I like that. All right. So because it doesn't dictate, but it informs, should we be checking in daily with an astrologer, or should we all have our charts done to sort of?
Well, I'm partial to the astrology.
Okay.
I never tell people what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
to benefit us, though.
somebody could check in periodically. They could check in once. They could check in every 3 months. Once a year, there's a solar return. They could periodically look at where those transits are, see the effect of it, see the aspects, the angles the transiting planets make with the natal chart. Doesn't have to be every day.
Like
Unless
some people who
something's
are
happening.
like reading in the newspaper, or some people are looking online on Instagram. Is that informative, or is that not enough or specific to the person?
I think that's more general.
Okay.
But that's my personal opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree, because it's not specific to the person because they don't know their natal chart. Okay. Got
Right.
it. So when people say, so you're talking about like returns and stuff like that, what does it mean when they say Mercury's in retrograde or Mercury's returned, or what does that mean?
Well, for the return, that's a solar return. And
What does
then
that mean?
What the astrologers like to do is we look at where the planets are in the sky every year on their birthday.
Okay.
And that gives a chart of what's upcoming for the year. It's very interesting.
So each year you should probably do it around your birthday to sort of see what the outlook is coming.
I would advise it because then you can know what to expect in a positive way and what energies to work with.
That's brilliant. Yeah, we all need a little help with that. Okay, so what does it mean Mercury's in retrograde?
Okay, Mercury in retrograde is really kind of an optical illusion. It's like it's when Mercury is slowing down in its planetary speed.
Okay.
And then what happens is it's like two cars going at the same speed, and then Mercury in relationship to the Earth. So Mercury would be on the outside, and then Mercury is kind of slowing down. Now think about this. If you're in a car and you're looking at the car to the right and it's slowing down, it gives the illusion that the car to the right is going backwards, but the car to the right is not going backwards. It's
We're just going
slowing
faster
down.
in the other car.
Right.
Okay, so people have such a negative connotation with Mercury in retrograde. Is that valid?
No.
Oh, good to hear this. Why?
Because Mercury in retrograde is the time to go back over things, cross your T's, dot your I's. Even in my own job now, when the Mercury went retrograde for the last 3.5 weeks, I discovered some glitches in the way that I was handling my position. Okay. And then my supervisor explained all these, cross the T's, dot the I's, and it really shined a light on where I was having some problems or some issues. It's
more learning experience. It's not such a negative thing.
It's not such a negative thing. It's about going over the past a little bit, making sure all your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted, and reviewing things. But it is not a time to start any new projects. Do not buy a car, don't sign contracts. Don't buy a house. If you have to, you have to.
Right.
Right.
But why not do those things?
Because
you have to just be so specific during that time?
Because it causes delays. Mercury can cause delays. It can cause mistakes. It can cause miscommunications.
Okay.
And Mercury rules the cars. Mercury rules the mind. Mercury rules reading. Mercury rules writing.
So, like you said, it could cause miscommunications and mistakes.
Absolutely.
So when you're doing something professionally, do you look at your chart for the week ahead to make sure, oh, wait, I'm definitely not going to do that on that day, or wait, this is a good day to do this?
Yes. I don't have control over the hearings. I don't have control over the court hearings.
Right.
But I always like to look and see the date, because it could be a Mercury retrograde, and I always know that the court date might be reset, might be delayed. The outcome may not be as the attorneys might think they're going to be.
Okay. Do you ever reschedule anything? Because
I can't, because I'm guardian ad litem.
No, but I mean on a personal level. Like a lunch date or a dinner or like a travel plan or something that you're doing. Do you first consult your chart to make sure like this is an advantageous time to be doing things
If
like
I
that?
can, I do it.
Okay.
If I have control over it, I'll
Have
do it.
you ever, if you have control over something personally, have you ever rescheduled because you didn't think it was going to be the
I don't
best?
personally reschedule, but there's a reason I don't personally reschedule. I believe sometimes, but I just feel energy wise, should I
Right.
say it?
Yeah.
I just feel sometimes if someone picks the day, like you picked the day for today,
Uh-huh.
I just know in my life, but
Uh-huh.
this is, you know, in my life, I let other people a lot of times pick the day but even if it's a Mercury retrograde or whatever, if I have control over it, I might say, because I think you wanted to do this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I said Mercury was retrograde and you gave me another date and today was the date. And I felt it would be a better time.
Yeah. I gave you a couple of dates and you're like, no. This other one's better. And I said, okay, great. We're going with that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. Okay, good. All right. So we know that it could cause delays or changes and stuff like that, but it's not such a negative thing. All right. Got it. Okay. So how do we take all of this information and make it practical for ourselves to benefit from it?
Well, I let it guide me. I look at somebody's chart. I also see where the Chiron is.
What's the Chiron?
The Chiron is the wound.
Oh, okay.
And there's 12 of them because there's 12 signs. And then I can see, and I'll give you an example because
Okay.
remember there's 12 signs.
Right.
Someone might have Chiron in Pisces, okay?
Okay.
And also the way around the Chiron, the wound, the deep wound is to become the wounded healer. Now,
Okay.
if it's in Pisces, as soon as I see the chart, I'll know to advise them, suggest, because Pisces rules drugs and alcohol. It rules
Okay.
insecurity. It rules no boundaries.
Wow.
A lot of times people will not take the leap to progress in their careers or go forward with a relationship. People will not do a lot of things because of that Chiron. And it could be any Chiron in Capricorn, self-worth, Chiron in Pisces. Maybe they're insecure
Okay.
and they don't even realize they're insecure.
So the best thing you could do is find out what your Chiron is and then work to healing that wound.
And the way to do it is, that's right,
And what's the way to do it?
become the wounded healer.
Right. So how do you do that? Like can I ask what mine is? Is
Yes,
it
and
bad?
that's
Can
a
we
great
say it
example.
online?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
I'm afraid. What's my wound?
no, you have Chiron in Aries, and your North Node is conjuncted. So you're supposed to be going in the direction of your wound to become a wounded healer of other people.
Okay. And what's my wound again?
Your wound is in Aries, and Aries is the self.
That was the money you said.
No.
No? That was from my
the
past
North
life that I was
Node.
owed money. Okay.
Yes.
So
You're
what's-
right. It is the money. It is the money.
Okay. That's what I thought you said. Okay.
That's right. And so if you have Chiron in Aries in the 8th house, which is money from others, so someone that has Chiron in Aries
Means?
in the 8th house has to see themselves as having enough value and taking the lead to be worthy of receiving the money from others.
Oh.
Yes, that's
So
right.
I'm more giving money than receiving money?
You could be more giving, which you probably are very generous, but you also have to see that your actions, which are Aries like, are going to lead to an enormous amount of money, and you have to see that you are worth that.
Okay, so in a sense, I'm not valuing myself as much as I should. Is that what you're saying?
Possibly.
Okay.
And you also have to have enough courage, because Aries is the courage
Okay.
to lead those troops into battle and make the fortune and transform them, because 8th house is the actual death, which I don't believe in, but it can also be viewed as transformation.
Right.
And so you could transform others
Okay, I
and
like
save
that.
their lives
I like
by
that.
taking the initiative and taking the courage, even though you might not feel that you would want to. You would have to jump off the cliff and know that there's a parachute, because you're going to be saving other people's lives. Now, in the process, you're going to make a fortune, but even if you may not feel that you have that value to make the fortune, you've got to think how many people's lives you're going to save.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Ooh, that's a lot. All right. So I know you said that you can't control the core. I've got to go back to I need to just sort of like digest that for a minute. And then I need to go back to what you said about not being able to change things when you're looking at a chart and knowing what's coming up for you, because you can't change the court dates and things like that. So how do you put it to use in your profession when you can't change something, but you see something in your chart is coming?
I prepare for it as best I can.
Mm-hmm.
If I know there's going to be delays or there's going to be some issues with the children, I know to just make sure all my documents are in order
Uh-huh.
and the kids have been visited. If there's a retrograde, I try to get those visits in before the Mercury goes retrograde. Maybe
Really?
there might be
Okay.
a delay in getting into the homes, which they're all lovely, but still,
Oh, yeah.
because I have to be
On something unforeseen.
right. That's
Right.
right. And it happens all the time.
Wow.
And
Okay.
not in a bad way, but
No, no. Like you said, just a delay. But basically, if you can't change something, you really just have to be
work
flexible
around
and
it.
work around it. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. All right. So I have here, is it beneficial because you can map out shifts and find best times for you that to work on personal matters? Is that why someone should actually do these charts?
Personal matters, when to start a business,
Mm-hmm.
timing for business. It could be the birth charts of the children. It could be, I do synastry charts. I do
What's that? What's a synastry
synastry
chart?
charts. They're wonderful. What you do is, and it can be a business relationship. It could be a marriage. It could be a work coworker or a supervisor. It could be a close friend. And what you do is you put the natal chart of one person in the middle, and you put the outer chart is the other person. And you can see how those other outer planets of the other person, like what house, what sign, what planet, how they impact. Like, let's just say somebody's Mars is in let's say Virgo in someone else's sixth house, and that they don't understand why this person is always trying, because sixth house is self-improvement, always telling them by detail, do this, do that, do this, right?
I like this.
And then maybe it
This
frustrates
might work
them.
in so many marriages. It'd be so helpful.
It explains a lot.
Yeah, because it's the dynamic and how you interact.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's brilliant. So it's called what is it called?
It's called synastry.
Synastry.
And then there's a composite chart.
And what's that?
The composite chart is that let's say in a marriage, in a relationship, there's one person, there's a second person, and there's actually a third energy that is the midpoint of all the planets in both charts. And
So
it's
where they cross over, like a Venn diagram, or
no? What it is let's say it's 1 degree Virgo for somebody, and 30 and 29 degrees Virgo for somebody else. But this is a real simplistic thing. So maybe it would be 15 degrees Virgo.
Okay.
So they actually take the midpoint of the two
Degrees
planets of the planets. And remember, those two planets could be different degrees, and every degree has 30 minutes. So it's 30 degrees. So it gets a little complicated, but that's how you do a composite chart, because there really is a third entity in the room, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, I love that. Is it an entity, or is it an energy, or is it the way that they interact?
Well, it is the way they interact is more the synastry chart. The composite chart is really almost like the purpose they come together. It really shows the purpose that they come together, and it does play out.
And does it benefit them because they can see their
Absolutely.
truest potential of where they can go together? And wow.
Yeah. Yes.
That's the composite.
That's the composite. They could utilize their energies together. Like maybe one
That's powerful.
Very powerful.
Oh, I love that.
Because maybe one of them neither one is a writer.
Right.
But when you see it in the chart, heavy writing, together, they will produce famous or beneficial writings.
Oh, God, that's great. Oh, I need to do so much more work. Okay. There's a navigational function to astrology, right? So do you also think there's an entertaining part of it?
There's always an entertaining part of it. You could kind of, this is a real simplistic thing, but, not really to make fun of the person, because I take it real seriously.
Yes.
And I know you know that.
Yes.
But, they have certain things about each sign that's kind of comedic,
Right. And generalized.
Right.
Is that just to make people feel good?
It's yes, to make them feel good. Yes.
Right. Like people just, like I said, read the newspaper, not that the person is, whoever's writing it is wrong or right, but just sort of a generalized view, sort of like give you that sort of support and push for the day to look for the positive. Or
Yes.
online on Instagram or something like that, because I know there's a lot of people that follow different astrologers on Instagram.
Right.
And so that's sort of an entertainment value.
It can be, yes.
Okay. Do you think there's anybody who's out there with really a navigational function online that's Or is it something that we should be doing in person with an astrologer, not something that we should be using to benefit us on let's say, Instagram
I'm
or
sure
something?
there's a platform for both
Uh-huh.
because there's a lot of information you can get in on the ones online, but I like to do them in person.
Right. And also online doesn't have your specific natal chart or what's
Right.
integral to you personally.
Absolutely. Nor the interpretation.
Okay. So it's not set in stone astrology. It's because everybody thinks like this is a fixed sort of thing. It's more of guidance.
It's a lot of guidance.
Okay.
And it's the blending of the energies. It's the interpretation of the astrologers.
Okay.
There's fixed signs. There's asteroids. There's birth. There's so many different kinds of astrology.
Okay. Okay. There are different kinds of astrology. What kind of different astrologies?
There's Vedic astrology. There's Uranian astrology.
What are those?
Uranian astrology uses midpoints,
Mm-hmm.
and what it does is it kind of folds. I didn't bring one with me,
Okay.
but instead of a 360 dial, it's a 90-degree dial, and
Okay.
you cut the circle in 3 sections,
Okay.
and you have the cardinal signs in one section, and then you have the fixed signs in a second one, and you have the mutable signs in a third, and then it has planetary pictures, and it's fascinating.
And what is that best used for?
Anything.
Anything, so that can give you direction of where you need to go or what you need to work on.
Yes.
Or
It can also point you to also more detail. A good astrologer can get what they need from the regular chart,
from the natal chart.
natal chart.
Mm-hmm.
But also the Uranian astrology, it actually really breaks it down by much more detail, even though a good astrologer can get what they need from the natal chart.
Okay.
Like to see if someone would be an author, an actor, dates
So
and
it's really giving
times.
them direction in life so that they can be to their fullest potential.
Yes.
Okay. And what was the other one you said? Not Uranian, but the
Vedic astrology.
what is that? Vedic astrology.
Vedic is Indian astrology.
Okay. And how does that differ from the other ones?
Well, I never studied Vedic astrology, but it divides the chart up a little differently.
Okay.
Yes.
But also same thing, just to give us direction to sort of how to be our most best.
Yes.
That give us the potential to be the most exceptional we can be.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Just the best version of ourselves.
Yes.
So if someone wanted to understand further about their personality and how people see them and how they respond emotionally, where can they go to make sure that they find a trusted astrologer?
Well, they could go to me.
Okay.
And I work at Celestial Treasures in Coconut Grove on Main Highway.
Love it.
And I also work with other talent. Well, I don't know how talented I am, but I work with other
I think
people
you're
that are
exceptional.
talented.
Okay.
I work with Stephanie. She's a tarot card reader. I work with Aiko. She does on tarot art and aura cleansing. And Cindy Chow is the owner.
Of
And she
Celestial.
does, yes.
Okay.
And she does the Ayurvedic healing. She does chakra balancing. She does nutrition. They're the best in the world.
Oh, that's great. Okay. And so all of those links are going to be in my link tree on Instagram. So if you want to get a hold of Alene or anybody at the Celestial, then you can find that there because I'm going to have the link to that. Okay, perfect. So is it, okay, we already talked about this, about checking in daily or checking in monthly. So what do you advise? Someone should check in once a year around their birthday? Or
I would advise every 3 months.
Every 3
unless
months.
something is going on.
Unless something specific is happening and you need more detail or more guidance.
Right.
Okay, so every 3 months.
Every 3 months, yes.
Okay. All right. And what's the biggest misconception with astrology?
Well, one of the biggest misconceptions should I just say it?
Yeah.
Okay, with all due respect. One of the biggest misconceptions of the astrology that it is of the devil. I don't
really?
really feel that it is because I use my charts. I use people's charts to better them, better their lives.
Yeah.
And I've had feedback from from people, and it always benefits them, and they use it to better and attain their highest potential.
Yeah. I never even heard that association with the devil.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I know some people would say, oh, it's woo-woo, you can't believe that or whatever, but I feel that there's validity to that, absolute validity to it. And I like what you said because I think all this information is great to use to become your highest potential.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. All right. What's the most important takeaway with astrology that we need to know?
The most important takeaway to use or to consider when looking at an astrology
Mm-hmm.
chart would be to look at it to guide a person to reach their highest potential.
Okay.
And when I do a chart, I make sure they do.
Okay. I like that. I know you did for mine. It's exceptional. We have so much more to talk about afterwards. Okay. Is there anything I left out?
No,
Anything I forgot to ask?
no,
Nothing?
nothing.
Okay. All right. This has been
You're pretty
so
thorough. You got
exciting.
4 or 5 planets in Virgo. You're going to get it by detail, and Virgo rules perfection.
Uh-oh. That's me. I'm so sorry I put you through the ringer today. I hope not. But I really want to know and I really want to learn. It's fascinating to me. And I want my listeners to learn.
Can I say one more?
Yeah. And
Okay,
you
you have so much Leo on the rising sign.
Okay.
You have the sun in Leo on Regulus and the ascendant, and Leo rules children. So you should also become a guardian ad litem.
Really?
You would shine.
Really? I always feel that I've been a huge caretaker, so maybe my next profession. You don't go home with a heavy heart?
I would go home with a heavy heart if I didn't take the case when they offered it to me.
Wow. Truth. Yeah. I can't imagine how lucky those kids are that they have you as an advocate for them and those families. Grateful. Thank you.
No,
That's
thank
amazing.
you. Thank you
so much. I hope you enjoyed this. It
Thank
was
you for
such an
giving
honor
me-
to have you here.
Oh, no. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Oh, my pleasure. Okay, before we wrap up, I have one more thing I like to do with my guests. Are you game?
It depends. I don't dance.
Okay, yeah, no, we didn't make you dance. We didn't make you dance. It's just I have these quickie questions.
Of course.
Okay, perfect. What's your greatest strength?
Wow. I think I can organize things.
Okay.
My Mars is in Capricorn in the 10th.
Okay, perfect. What haven't you done yet that you want to do?
Travel the world.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's you and me. Maybe we're traveling the world
That's
together. Okay, I like it. Do you have a motto that you live by?
Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Perfect. I like that one. Do you have a secret party trick or talent?
Party trick?
Or talent, like a secret talent nobody knows you can do?
Astrology charts.
I like that. That's not a trick. That is a total talent. Okay. And what makes you laugh?
The children.
Yay. Oh, that's beautiful. That fills your heart. Oh, I like that. That's a good way to end this. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate this. Stay after. I'm going to do my outro and then we can talk more. Oh, it was a real pleasure to have you here. And I hope my listeners just really understand more. And I hope they call you up because they should all have their natal charts done.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
Oh, no.
It's been an honor and a pleasure.
Oh, that's the way I feel. Thank you so much. I'm really thrilled. Oh, really, it was such a great learning experience. To our listeners, thank you so much. So grateful you're here. Keep listening, keep learning, keep laughing, keep up with Beek on Being. Listen to Beek on Being wherever you get your podcast. All episodes are automatically transcribed. DM us to share thoughts, ideas, or nominate a guest. A big shout out and a huge thank you to Stephen Chen at Penthouse Studios. Woohoo! Beek on Being was recorded at Penthouse Studios and is a proud member of the Penthouse Podcast Network. This was awesome. Thank you. This was amazing.
Are we off?
Yeah. Did you have you could breathe now? Did you have fun at least?
It was great.
It was?
It was great.
Oh,
it
I'm
went
so
better
happy.
Than I thought, so thank you. I'm sorry about the Vedic astrology.
No,
I know what
I'm
it is,
so
but
fascinated
I
in
didn't know,
that.
I don't know how to articulate it.
No, that was perfect.
I know I have to learn it, so.
No, that's okay. Oh my God. But this was brilliant. And I loved how you broke it down so succinctly so my listeners can understand.
I hope so. I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
I've never done one of these before, so.
A podcast? Maybe it's your first of many.
God willing.
You're so informative and so intelligent. It was really awesome.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
I was looking, I could take these
Yeah,
off.
yeah. We can take them off.
God.
You have a headache from them now?
No, I don't have a headache at all.
Oh.
It was fun doing it. It went better than I thought. And then I was like, boy, you have to really know your stuff to be able to ask the people. It could be any topic. I mean, you got to really know your stuff to be able to ask the people questions.
Well, one, I love astrology. So I'm knowledgeable, not to your level, but I'm informed of that. But also I do a lot of research and a lot of reading before I have any guests come on because I want to ask the right questions. I want to get the information. I want to learn. I want to understand. And I even I think I've told you this before, if there's anything I don't know that I didn't put like in my question,